All right, guys, it looks like we're live. Sorry if there was a little bit of a delay there. I just want you guys to get everything that we're saying. Welcome to another edition of Coy Sports Corner. It is Coy here with my main man, my co-host, Ty, Kirby. Long awaited, but never duplicated. We appreciate having you back. How you doing, Ty? Yeah, we'll cover that. Absolutely, absolutely, man. All right, guys. So we've been chomping at the bit to discuss this. We've been dealing with inclement weather. We're in the state of Florida. We're dealing with our second hurricane in the last 2 weeks. But we know we got to get content out to you guys. And as you guys can see, the wind blowing, the jersey blowing. Yes, I got the garage door up because, yes, I'm a Floridian. I know when I got to let it down. Okay. Thank you guys, though. But let's jump right into it. Mr. Kirby, Robert Saleh was fired the other day by the New York Jets, 5 games into his fourth season with the team. First season actually with having Aaron Rodgers for more than one game. Okay. But Woody Johnson, unprecedented in his ownership, fires Robert Saleh with the whole season basically left to go. I want to release this other detail before you take off there, Mr. Kirby. Uh, he was escorted out of the building, ladies and gentlemen, after he was fired by security. Now, was that supposed to be make it seem like he was, probably Woody Johnson was fearful of him, doing something? What, or was that meant to make it seem like that? Or was Robert Saleh really about to kick somebody's ass? That's what we're going to be commenting on and giving our analysis on and our reaction from his fire if he's just a scapegoat. All right, so phone just there we go. Just gotta make a minor adjustment, guys. There we go. Got a little rain, but won't hurt me. All right, Mr. Kirby, what do you think? Well, two-part question. Do you think he's a scapegoat on getting fired from the Jets? And also, do you think Robert Saleh was gonna throw some elbows after he got fired?
I think they throwing everything out of whack. And the last game they played against the Vikings, right? They didn't even interview the head coach. You know who they interviewed? Roger said, "I usually don't do this." So he's throwing shots at the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't blame the coach. He's not out there playing. He's not the one that's throwing interception after interception after interception. So who is it to blame? I thought he was an all right coach, but they're not what they almost last in certain stats on offense. Defense was okay, but they wasn't the best of defense. But with the escorting out of the facility, man, does he look like a threat? Let me ask you that. Does he look like a threat?
It looked like it seems like if you got him to that point, he looked like he
Right,
would go down with you. But it doesn't look like he is the one to be chomping at the bit to try to kick somebody's butt. You know what I mean? It don't
right,
come
right.
up that way. But you never know about these things when somebody say, "Hey man, you fired." You don't know how people gonna react to that. You don't know how people gonna react. He might be a calm dude, but you tell me I'm fired, and I was depending on that last $6 million, and now you're gonna buy me up for the last $2 million of my contract. Screw you. So some people do react rather erratically. I think it would be a nice word to use. I'm gonna be straight up honest with answering this. Is Robert Saleh being used as a scapegoat in New York, and also did he really threaten to possibly do something as to why he would have to be escorted out by security out of the Jets facility? Number one, he is absolutely being scapegoated as the Jets head coach and getting fired. Um, they had a defense from last year. Robert Saleh's side of the ball is defense. He took the 2019 San Francisco 49ers, my team, to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they lost, but he took them to the Super Bowl, and that great defense, it was Robert Saleh that led that defense. It was Robert Saleh was the reason why he got a job as a New York Jet head coach, was because of the job he did in San Francisco. So when he came on the defensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the defensive coach usually lets the offensive coordinator have that. Yeah, he's the head coach, and he'll sign off on a fourth down, maybe on a challenge. Should we challenge it? Obviously. But when it comes to the offense, he's usually going to defer to that offensive coordinator. What happened here? You know what I mean? Like what what happened here? You brought in Nathaniel Hackett because that's Aaron Rodgers' boy, and the offense looks archaic like from 12 years ago when Aaron Rodgers was money. No, you can't do that. Defenses are quicker. Defenses are coming up with different schemes, more stronger schemes in order to thwart what you're trying to do. They're not. This is not 12 years ago, so you have to account for that. And the mere fact that they didn't account for that, the mere fact that this franchise gave Aaron Rodgers all that damn power. I mean, to start out, because literally when they brought in Aaron Rodgers, they said Robert Saleh literally immediately, you're expendable. We probably have to get rid of you. Like it was not even a question in my mind that Woody Johnson said, "Yeah, if he doesn't work out in the first few games with Aaron Rodgers healthy, we're going to fire Saleh." I truly believe that. I don't think this was an erratic move. I think this was a lie in wait move. And it happened that way. Let me hurry up and get rid of him. Let me just get rid of him. Pay him his little few $1,000,000 or whatnot. Let's get to pay him his few $1,000,000 or whatnot. But yes, to finish off my point on that part of the question, he absolutely was scapegoated because the Jets were not one receiver away last year. They were not one running back away last year. Everybody said they were a quarterback away last year. They were a quarterback. Who did they get? They went out and got. They thought the best free agent quarterback or best available quarterback they could sway away from another team. That's who they got. Aaron Rodgers, and he let him down. 3 interceptions, and after you throw 3 interceptions, your coach get fired. Scapegoat. Okay, let's go to the being escorted out by security at the jet facility after being fired. I think that was just trying to paint him in a bad light to make people think that maybe this guy was actually, he's aggressive. Maybe he was actually screwing over, gonna bust Woody Johnson's ass. Come on now. Do you think that Robert Saleh is that dumb to put his hands on a billionaire in an office? Do you think he's that dumb? No, I don't think he's that dumb. But I think when you put in the details that you had him escorted out by security, I think that people are going to look at it like, oh, well, I don't know. Robert Saleh wasn't getting the job done on the field and looked like he had a temper out, off the field. It's not. It doesn't. It's not going to paint him in a good light when people read those details that he was escorted out. People are going to automatically jump to the conclusion that the guy must have been being some type of an aggressive nature or something like that. Am I wrong?
He don't seem like the type. He seemed like an easygoing guy. Um, I forgot what game it was. Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown, and the coach went to congratulate the man, and Aaron kind of pushed him off, like, "What you trying to hug me for?" You know what I'm
Saleh.
saying?
You talking about
Yeah,
Saleh?
yeah. And then, why in the world will y'all rally around a 40-year-old quarterback coming from an Achilles injury? Come on, man. He old, man. You seen Tom Brady his last year of football? He knew he couldn't do it. He did what was right. He retired. Just retire, bro. What you got to prove? You 40 years old, man. Go enjoy life. Retire. If I know
You got
I'm
it.
not able to keep up with these young cats no more, I'm gonna retire, man. You know,
Absolutely.
you ain't
Absolutely.
got it no more, bro.
And here's the thing. I'll finish off this topic with this. Aaron Rodgers don't have to prove nothing to nobody. He does have a Super Bowl at the end of the day. He's got
Right.
multiple league MVPs. He's one of the, in my opinion, top 5 passers all time in the league. Top 5 passers. It just a pretty ball. A pinpoint type of ball is Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? So I never take that away from A Rod, but his divaness, his basically strong arming franchises, his basically taking all the power from the next franchise that he goes to, and basically cuts the balls off of the head coach. I can't respect that. But hey, these things do happen in the NFL, and as Aaron said, it's a tough business, right? All right, so moving on to tough situations, I'm going to transition a little bit to tough situations or tough love, I guess, between teammates. What happened, Mr. Cowboy fan, with CD Lamb and Dak Prescott? Looked like he, as we say on the streets down south in Florida, looked like he punked Dak Prescott, or did he?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I, I said it looked like he punked CD Lamb. It looked like, from where we from, the way he talked this Dak Prescott on the sidelines. Where I'm from, down in Florida, and I know you from down here in Florida, we call that getting pumped. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think happened there between those two teammates?
I'm gonna put it this way: if I'm the quarterback, and I'm like, bruh, you ain't been to training camp. I we got to find our chemistry back from last year. You wasn't at training camp, so how I'm supposed to know what kind of route you want to do? This is a different year. Yeah, you set good records last year for the team, but you ain't been at training camp, man. So I'm gonna go to the next man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with who I know been at training camp since day one. Am I wrong? No.
Well,
I know
I
he get
mean,
paid big. I know he gets paid big bucks to catch the ball and stuff, but the chemistry is a little off right now. They'll get it. They'll get it back going. They'll
so
get
let
it
me.
back
I'm
going.
sorry. I'm sorry, Cowboy fan. I'm sorry. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth, and I do mean both sides of your mouth. So I wasn't able to follow this side and connect it with the other side. So I was confusion, and when you're dealing with confusion, you don't know you don't know what to think. So clarify for me, Mr. Cowboy fan, whose side are you on? It's one side. Are you on that side that CD Lamb shouldn't have been scolding him on that there sideline and showing up your quarterback and knowing that you're Dallas Cowboys, so you know it's a nationally televised game. You know it's going to be some millions of people watching that game. Or are you on CD Lamb's side and saying that you get paid, you just got this during contract right before the season start, you need to get that damn ball to me? Whose side are you on? And make it clear, sir.
I'm not on either one of their sides. They two grown behind men that need to figure it out. That's like I'm not going out of context on this. That's like a Shaq and Kobe thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. Get it together, bro. We trying to win the Super Bowl. At least try to get there. Win more than one playoff game. These are they need this right now. They'll get it together, bro. I'm not on either one of their sides. I'm not taking sides from both of them. Nope.
Y'all hear this? My audience, my subscribers, whoever watches this, do y'all hear this?
Listen.
All I'm gonna end this topic with, I'm gonna end this topic because I'm gonna end this topic with just this little soliloquy here. You don't show up your quarterback. You don't show up your star wide receiver either as a quarterback. John Elway never showed up. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp never showed up. John Elway ever never was like, man, throwing the hands up, man, like Stephon Diggs loved to do. I'm just saying, not trying to get off top, but like he loved to do, and like he did Josh Allen plenty of times last year, which you don't do that. That creates dissension with you and your quarterback. So it goes both ways. So CeeDee Lamb being the aggressor, CeeDee Lamb being the clear one that's scolding Dak Prescott. I'm sorry, but I gotta say, young man, sit down. Young man, understand that you are eating at the behest of this man. If he does not get you the ball, you do not eat. You do not eat. You play a dependent position. Act like it. Act like it. Be a little bit more humble. You're a great receiver. I will take anything away from CD Lamb. I said what I said about the Cowboys. I can't stand the fans and whatnot. But CD Lamb is a great wide receiver in this league, and he is going to be a great wide receiver for years to come, in my humble opinion. If he had even a better quarterback, I think that he would be able to show the league even more. That's just my opinion. Dak is a pretty good quarterback, but if he had Pat Mahomes, obviously, if he had a Tom Brady, if he had named the great quarterbacks in the league right now, I just truly believe he'd be showing out a little bit more. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, young man, don't show up your quarterback. Okay, we'll end it with that. All right. Last but not least, guys. Last but not least, because we don't want to run too long. We know you guys, at least here in Florida, are dealing with a bad weather, and that's what we want to discuss, man. Uh, my resident Cowboy fan is in the northwest part of Florida. I am in the central part of Florida. No, we're not telling you our cities. No, because if you know us, then you know. Obviously, you know if you know. Okay, we don't need to be releasing our information like that. You don't know about the crazies out there. We love everybody, but everybody sometimes don't love you back. So we're in different parts of the state. So Kirby, you want to tell everybody how's it going up there in the northwest part of the state?
Um, it's raining. A little windy. You know, power act like you want to go off and keep flickering, but it's not. Typical hurricane. Weather. You know, so I didn't have to evacuate, but you
That's a
know,
blessing.
just gotta stay safe, man. That's
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. No, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm in the central part of Florida. Um, I didn't think it was much, because since you're so far inland, you don't really ever get, anything really. But I can say, before it has hit landfall, it hasn't actually even hit landfall yet. But even before it has hit landfall, these wind gusts, these tree limbs, man, it makes you think like, man, is these tree limbs gonna come down before the storm even hit? I mean, that's how the gusts are coming through. So it's a little worrisome, but luckily for me, over on this side, we've had no flickering of the lights. And it's weird because the power line that connects our house is like weaved through damn trees that they never came out and cut, that they just have basically hanging through, that's basically drooping. It's like, but by the grace of God, with all this truly like strong weather, it hasn't went out yet. So thank God for that. You got any plans in motion? If your power goes out, you got the ice on hand, your water, anything like that?
Everything good my way.
Same.
We got it all, man. I'm prepared for it. I've been living in Florida all my life. I'm a
Yes, sir.
survivor.
Absolutely. It's just the mentality is just different in Florida. Me and my wife was talking about this earlier. You know how your cousin, she gives a lot of insight on things, and you know, um, she said, baby, she said, it's in our nature as Floridians, like to kind of, you know, be resilient. It's in our nature because we deal with hurricanes all the time for so many years. And I do. I remember back in the late 90s, 98, the 98 hurricane season was not good. It was not good, man. I remember the '04 hurricane season down in Florida. It was not good. 2017 was not good. So, but it, she said it best, you got to just, what are you going to do? Crumble? What are you gonna do? Just say, "Oh, all right, hurricane, come get me," or you gonna say, "You know what? Let me get my ice. Let me get my coolers. Let me get all my lights. My candles. Let me get my batteries. Let me get all what I know I need to get. Let me just and let me keep myself in a position to be able to do that as well." That's the thing. You need to be responsible. I feel like living in the state of Florida as well is because you might have to prepare for a hurricane. You might actually have to hunker down and prepare for a hurricane. Prepare to get your power loss, and all of that stuff. So, you know, for me, for people that's watching us, I should say for people that's watching us in other states, they're like, "Oh my God, you guys are oh they saved this storm and this and that." But for the people that are in Florida, we're like, "Come on, just come on through, get on through." Let our power be out for a day or so we can go on about our lives. And hopefully, we're made whole by making sure that FEMA comes out and do what they need to do. You know what I mean? Disaster relief on a county level, state level, federal level. We should have all of that. I mean, I'm talking about if you were in any affected storm surge area, any affected tornado warning area, any affected hurricane warning area, you should definitely be allotted not only again federal because FEMA is federal, but I'm talking about state and counties. And these people, not trying to get political, but this is where, and I'm not going to get political. I'm just going to say this is where your voting matters because your state leaders are the ones that decide on okay how much we have in the budget to give these people after a natural disaster. Your state leaders decide that. I'm sorry, but the person at the top, y'all know if you stay in the state of Florida, he is the one that decides. Okay, how much we're going to give to the residents? Are we going to give 1,000 or we're going to give them 500? He can decide that from a state level, not a federal level. The county that you reside in, you stay in Citrus County, you stay in Hernando County, you stay in, I don't know, Pasco County. Guess what? It depends on who those local leaders are when they do their county budgets or whatnot throughout their county. City council does it on a city level, but I'm talking about county now. On a county level, they look at it and see, okay, how much funds do we have put aside for hurricane disaster relief? Oh, not much, huh? Hey. So we give $100 to all residents instead of truly being able to give them at least 500 on at least a county level. You see what I'm saying? This people again. This is where voting matters. I didn't shift it one way or the other. You see that? I'm not trying to be political. I'm saying this is where your voting matters. Is when you have a natural disaster. This is when you understand. Oh my goodness, our county ain't getting no damn help. Oh damn, our state from a state level, state is not issuing no type of disaster relief. Wow. Only thing we're getting is this money from FEMA. I'm just saying it pays to where you vote. When those wildfires happened in California, the state had a budget to where they could give all those people that suffered. They got a state check in California. People don't understand that. Back in 2018 or 19 or whenever those was, they got a check. They got one. So are we gonna get one in Florida? I'm gonna say this, people. Don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath. If you're in Orange County, you might. Honestly, you might. If you're in Hillsborough County, it's a good chance you're going to get that county, assist that disaster relief. They'll give you something because those counties are really big counties and they have big budgets or whatnot, so they can afford to do that. But when you're in small counties like Seminole County, you're in a small county like I don't know, Sarasota County, Manatee County. Those counties do not have any type of where budgets in order to be able to give out. And guess what? They don't make funds for that either. They don't make funds for those things because it's not something that they really care about. So again, folks, voting matters. Anything you want to say on that, Kirby? Please don't be so short. Give me something. What's up?
Well, you took all the words I needed to say.
You can repeat some of the
Yeah.
same ones in your own way.
Well, in my county, I ain't gonna say where, but it
Right.
floods. You know what I'm saying? We got
Say
to do
what?
something
What you
about
said? What did you
it.
say?
It floods in my county, and that's a
Gotcha.
big that's a big deal. I got my
Hmm.
grandma with me right now, and she's been living there all her life. She never seen water come that far to her house. To be on the safe side, I, she out here with me. She 87 years old, man. And
Heard.
and
Heard.
then
I
they
heard you.
just they just got over a hurricane. Now another one done came. Back to back. Wow. It just they got to do something about this. We can't control Mother Nature though. Can't
Very true.
control that. And like you said,
Very,
with the
very true.
with the politics and stuff, everybody else getting money. Why we can't get no money when it come down to the hurricane disasters and stuff like that? No matter where you live at in the U.S., it's barely safe to live anywhere. Like you just said, California got the wildfires. Kansas got tornadoes. California
Tornado
also got, I don't know, you got
earthquake.
earthquakes. You got snow in New York. We deal with hurricanes. No matter where you live at, man, you got you know what I'm saying? East,
Blizzards
west, north.
throughout the blizzards throughout the Midwest and the
Yeah,
up
man,
northern
like
states. Blizzards, yeah.
black ice. It ain't safe to. And then you got them trucks delivering our goods, driving across them big lakes. You know what I'm saying? Them rigs. That's a dangerous job, man.
Yeah.
It's
So
like all we can do is pray, man. You know,
absolutely.
hopefully this
But
thing
it matters.
just blow over, man. Just
Yeah,
blow on over
absolutely.
so we can go on back, continue to live our lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, we had wanted just to get some content out to you guys. Obviously, you guys know we're in Florida, so we are dealing with hurricane Hurricane Milton.
Milton.
Had a manager at Publix years ago when I worked for Publix. One of the only managers I never liked. His name was Milton, and I say, wow, how convenient that this hurricane, one of the worst hurricanes to hit the state, would be named Milton. So,
I had a
go
I had a
ahead.
principal named Miss Milton in
Oh
primary school.
wow, she was
Yes.
cool though.
Your wife will remember. She didn't get in trouble like I did, but I used to get paddles every other day, man. I was hell with Miss Milton.
Paddles. Oh, remember paddles. Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Oh.
she used to paddle old school style.
Generation Z
Yeah.
will never. Generation Z will never. Those Gen Zers will never know about paddles. About having to go to
Nah.
school when you got in trouble. If your mama signed that paper for you to get paddles in the state of Florida, you was able to get a paddle by the principal, by the assistant principal, by the timeout teacher, whoever was deemed the one that was able to do the paddle. That's who you got the paddle by. So I remember those. I remember that time period, man, back in the '90s, man. I remember that. But but yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, those are some good memories. But listen, guys, we don't want to hold you for too long. We've been trying to say we want to keep the show a little shorter. We're under 30 minutes right now. We want to keep it that way. Thank you guys for your time. If you like what you heard today, you like our banter, you like my little bit of excitement, I guess you could call it sometimes coming on. Whatever you like, man. Just like and subscribe. We appreciate everybody that comes on, and thank you again for your time, man. And as I always say, take care of yourself.